Hello friends, hope you're having a great Wednesday so far. Thank you as always for joining me in our weekly devotional videos. It's good to be able to study scripture with you. So thank you for journeying along with me through the Psalms thus far into the summer. We're going to continue through Psalm 15 this week, so make sure by the end of the week you're at Psalm 15 or through it. Take your time. These are manageable portions of text. Only a few verses for several of these Psalms, so you should be able to work your way through at a relatively slow pace. All right, today we're going to go into the beginning of Psalm 10, and I want to focus on that very first verse from Psalm 10, which says, "Why, Lord, do you stand far off? Why do you hide yourself in times of trouble?" This is a theme that is developed throughout the Psalms of the writers asking, God, where are you in the midst of pain? I see the wicked all around me, but I don't feel your presence like I have at previous times in my life. Later in the Psalm, he says, "Arise, Lord, and defend the helpless." He recognizes at the very end, God is king forever and ever. He reigns over all the earth. He is a defender of the fatherless and the oppressed. But here in the midst of the trial, God, I don't feel your presence. I don't see you at work. The beauty of the Psalms as inherited tradition of Scripture is that it gives us permission to ask these big questions of God, to pray these prayers as the psalmist did. We've already talked about God can handle the difficult questions. He just wants us to ask and seek him in the midst of what we're going through in life. And so I don't know where you find yourself right now, if you're in a season where God feels distant. But the psalmist is not afraid to ask, Lord, where are you? I trust in your goodness, but I don't see you at work right now. So reveal yourself to me. Help me to trust you. Help me to know who you are at your core. That's the kind of prayer that helps build trust with a good God. So maybe you find yourself in a difficult season. Cry out to the God who defends the fatherless and the oppressed, the God who arises to help the helpless, and trust that he is at work. Ask him, where are you, Lord? Why do you feel distant from me right now? Because God hasn't really moved. Usually it's we've moved. And God has stayed exactly where he's been from the start. And maybe we just can't sense what he's doing right now. Maybe we can't see the bigger picture. Ask God for the wisdom to understand what he is doing in your life. So take some time, reflect on this passage, really soak in the goodness of God even when we can't see it. And pray to the God who defends the fatherless and the oppressed, knowing that he is at work the whole time, even if we don't understand it right now. Thank you as always for joining me. I will see you later this week. Again, through Psalm 15. I'll see you next time.